Welcome back to my YouTube. So I thought I'd do a little update. So today is Sunday, it's Valentine's Day, and I hope those of you who are in relationships, like marriages and stuff, I hope you're having a brilliant Valentine's Day. Just remember that Valentine's is just another day and you should be showing your love every single day. And I'm aware that I deleted my COVID symptoms video only because part of that video, or most of that video, was like talking about my breakup, and at the time I felt it was necessary, but then as the last few days have kind of happened, the more I kept putting on private, public, and then I was like, I'm not sure this is the best thing to I should be doing, so I kind of need to take the time out myself to deal with it myself before I start splashing all over social media, and even then I probably won't do that anyway. So yeah, I just had the kind of bit of brain fog, I guess. Yeah, just wanted to update you on COVID symptoms as well. So I'm going to be honest, if you follow my Instagram, you'll see a lot of my updates on my COVID. I didn't have anything more than a mild cold. My first symptoms were kind of a sore stomach, I don't know, I just kept going to the loo, to be honest. And I didn't eat anything I'm not used to, so that's a bit weird. So stomach cramps, headache was the key one. Headache and tiredness were the two key symptoms for me. Then I had a temperature, but not a high temperature for me. So my usual basal body temperature is 36.4. My temperature with COVID went up to about 37.12. So it's not technically a fever, which is 38 degrees and above. But for me, it's a lot higher than I was. So that, the temperature, and then I started to get the dry cough, but I never really had many coughing fits as well. I hardly had any. So yeah, overall guys, my symptoms didn't really get, as I said, much worse than a mild cold. So that's definitely a blessing. But I just wanted to fill you in on my check-in that I did yesterday. So I had to just check on my phone what my check-in was. So I lost nearly a whole kilo. That's not surprising. Bearing in mind I had COVID and I also was going through a breakup, which I'm going to talk about. So yeah, I've had a bit of a stressful week, and also the reason why I'm doing this video, starting it today, is because I am 3 days early on my menstrual cycle. Again, stress. Stress has a huge factor when it comes to your period and stuff. So I used my menstrual cup for the first time. That is the front of the box there. A really weird thing that it's just, I don't know, those of you who've used a menstrual cup before and you remember your first time, it is so bizarre. You almost feel like it shouldn't be going up there, even though us girls obviously are being in a relationship and you have other things going on there. It's just a little bit weird, I don't know how to explain it. But it took me about 5 minutes to get in, and I just made sure it might be a bit too much information for some people who are watching this, but so guys, please don't listen to this. You almost have to squat down and just insert it. Now the kind of fold that I did, I can't show you because I haven't got it, but I was going to try and do the U fold, but then I was just really struggling with this, and I did where you, so say this is a cup, you kind of put it in like that, and then you kind of insert this bit here, the rim there, and then it kind of opens up as it goes into your cervix. That's what I did. I'm not gonna lie, I did push it all the way in, so literally you can't even, let's say you bent over and looked in the mirror, you can't see the little stem, and that's how it should be apparently. Now the first time when I had it in, I just felt an urge to go to the loo, go for a wee and empty my bladder, and I know that sometimes that can happen because it's not inserted properly, or it might be in a different angle or something. So I kind of put my finger up and just made sure the rim was it was open, and hopefully it is open. It is 4 o'clock and I am aiming on taking it out before I go to sleep, although you don't need to. I don't particularly feel comfortable sleeping in it until 12 hours it would be, so I might actually take it out before I go to sleep, and then because it can last 8 hours, I might actually leave it. I don't know, I'm not sure, I haven't decided. But yeah, it's very weird. I'll obviously tell you guys how I felt getting it out, but putting it in was it was better than I thought it was going to be, I'm not gonna lie, but getting it out, I'm a bit scared. So in a way, thank God I don't have nails, because if I had nails, honestly, I don't think I'd be able to do it. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that, but I just wanted to update you on that. Obviously my check-in, yeah, I lost a kilo, not surprising. This week I'm still pushing on through my cut. I'm just going to try to do it for another couple of weeks, I think, before I start building. But my workout routine, I did a workout on Friday, and it was my first workout, and I did struggle a little bit, only more from a mental side of mental point, only because I split out with my boyfriend. I always used to tell my boyfriend how my workouts were, and working out like was a big thing for me, like with him kind of thing. So Friday was like a big thing for me and it was quite emotional, but Saturday and Sunday I haven't worked out this weekend, I'm not gonna lie, but tomorrow I'm back in routine. I'm back at work after having COVID. I'm literally back like in the full swing of things, so I'm kind of excited to get back into it now. What I'm doing is I'm doing like a top set, back of set kind of way of working out. So I did this when I was with my first coach a couple of years ago, and I just noticed a huge difference in my body, and I've been doing like 4 sets of 12 reps for like months now, so I just thought I'd change it up a bit and do something different. So yeah, we're back in routine tomorrow. I'm really excited to get back in some kind of routine and just keep like my mind occupied and things like that. So I have nothing to update you on now, but obviously I'll update you like with my menstrual cup and my workouts and things like that. Hey everyone, so today is Wednesday, it is midweek. I hope everyone is doing well. So I just wanted to update you on the menstrual cup firstly. So it's been about 3 days since I've been using the menstrual cup, and if I'm honest, I'm having a little bit of trouble with it. So I went to work on Monday and Tuesday. Monday I was feeling a little bit emotional because post-breakup stuff, just feeling a little bit weird because it was like my first day properly like back into some kind of normality for me. I know that gyms aren't open and I'm honestly praying for the day that gym's open. I cannot wait to get back to the gym. So yeah, Monday was really weird for me. I just didn't enjoy it. And then my menstrual cup as well, it not overflowed, I lie. It leaked, as in like, it never would get up to the top anyway. Or it would if you left it like 24 hours. I was at work and I was like, it was feeling a bit weird down there. So I checked and it was like leaking. I was like, what the hell? And then honestly, like, it's so fiddly because when you put it in, you literally have to put your fingers, your thumb and your index finger, literally right up your vagina to try and see if it's like open. And that sometimes this week I've done that and it's literally taken like a good one minute. 1 minute doesn't seem like a long time. 1 minute is a long time when you have your fingers up in your vagina trying to sort out where the menstrual cup is. It's a long time, trust me. Just, it kept like kind of caving in one bit. I kept like trying to twist it at the bottom and like so it would open up. I just don't know what happened. Anyway, so I've had a bit of problem with that. I have had a tampon in like twice, I think, overnight, just because I can't deal with the possibility of it leaking. So we're halfway through my halfway through my period, and I've got it in now, and I'm just hoping that it is okay. It felt okay, but I don't know. I feel like I have to empty it anyway every like 4 hours, which just kind of defeats the object of using a menstrual cup, because when you can leave it in for like 8 to 12 hours, I don't know, I'll get used to it, I'm sure. Anyway, so that's the menstrual cup. I did want to talk about some books I'm reading as well. So on Sunday when I did the first bit of the vlog, don't think I talked about these, but this is the book I read called by Vex King. It's called Good Vibes, Good Life. There you go, you can see it now. Good Vibes, Good Life. It's 270 pages long. The best book I've read. I'm not even exaggerating. I do a lot of Audible, or I used to listen to a lot of Audible. I just felt like I wanted something to like have and to look at. So I got this, read this in 2 days. I'm not joking. I read this book in 2 days. You can't really see, but it's not like a massive book because the pages are quite short as opposed to like a big book, you know? Best thing for mindset. It is honestly, I really urge you to get this book. Vex King, Good Vibes, Good Life. So that's the first book. Then I also got another book. Haven't started reading this yet. I'm actually going to start reading this today. So it's called Atomic Habits and it's by James Clear. And it just basically says an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. So haven't even really looked into it, but I would say it's probably, yeah. I mean, I'm the biggest procrastinator going, especially when it comes to doing my nutrition course, which I have actually done quite a bit this week. And I'm going to hopefully do my test very, very soon. So that's positive. So that is the books. I do have 3 more books or 4 more books coming in the post, but not here yet. I'm kind of good because I need to start reading this one. God, I can't get my words out. I also got book like this is how like crazy I'm going. Like I can feel a change in myself. So it's got like 3 different settings of lights, and I use the warm light. This one. That's a bit bright actually. I looked straight into the light. So I read my book last night instead of going on my phone, and I now understand why people read before going to bed, because it just zones you out, and it honestly just makes you tired as well. Like it just proper winds you down, zones you out, and just you have a real good sleep. I had such good sleep last night. So it's been my day off today, and so far we have done again quite a bit of like fitness stuff. We did my workout this morning. I did a workout this morning. I'm super happy about that, and the reason why is because I haven't trained since Friday. I'm just going to put it out there. when you saw my vlog Sunday, I think I actually talked about my workout on Friday, which I did, so I won't go into that. But I haven't trained since Sunday. I know, my mind has been all over the gaff. And yeah, I trained today, I did legs today. Now, my leg workout, I actually didn't do like the top set, back off set that I did on my workout on Friday with my upper body. I was just kind of getting back into it on Friday, and my mind was all over the gaff too. It just seems like a standard thing at the minute. But today we did like 4 sets of 12 reps. So I did sumo deadlifts, which was so good, 55 kilos. Didn't band it this time. If you saw one of my last vlogs, you'll see my actual whole workout that I did, exactly what I'm explaining now. I also did the glute bridges, but I did single leg glute bridges instead, and I did 35 kilos or 30 kilos, and I proper went slow. That killed. I did dumbbell kickbacks. Oh my god, they're so good. Not kickbacks, donkey kicks, slightly different. And then I did superset, dumbbell hamstring curl, which 25 kg, so heavy, 12 reps. And I supersetted that with banded, but on the bench. So with the bench, you kind of get more extension of your hamstrings, so your leg can literally hang off. Whereas if you're on the floor, you can only go to like here with the dumbbell. The dumbbell's like here. You can only go to like here, so you only get so. This is literally like the hamstring. You can only get so much like extension. On the bench, you literally can extend your arm the whole way out. So that is really, really good. So yeah, it's been a good day. I do also want to talk about, and this is where the actual info part of the video comes along, I want to talk about intermittent fasting. Now, a lot of people on my Instagram are aware that I wanted to do this video, and I was going to do a video on it solely, but personally I don't think I'm really going to go into much detail about intermittent fasting. So before, like, some of you really want to see about intermittent fasting, so what is intermittent fasting? So intermittent fasting, to put it nice and simply, it's just a way of restricting your calories. There's no fancy science to it, anything like that. I mean, there is some science to fasting and what happens to your body and like your ketones and stuff like that. Don't want to get into that too much, but it is a way of restricting your calories. So a lot of people do intermittent fasting because they want to lose weight. So they think by not eating until like 11 a.m, effectively you are just reducing your calories, because between like an 8-hour window is a typical window where people eat, and then they have the 16 hours to fast. There's other ones, you have like the 24, because it's 24 hours in a day, Shannon. 24, which is like the warrior way of doing it. And it actually is called like the warrior diet, I believe. Yeah, that's not us, because how, honestly, people are like, yeah, 8 hours to eat or 4 hours to eat if people do the warrior one. You think you can eat a lot in that time, and you can't. Your body cannot take that much food in a window of 8 hours or even 4 hours. So that is why, like, you think that the actual intermittent fasting is causing you to lose weight, but it's not. It's just because you're restricting calories. At the end of the day, the only way you're going to lose weight is by restricting your calories and doing your exercise as well. So providing you're in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. That is literally it. So in terms of a little bit of the science behind intermittent fasting, when you're fasting, your body maintains its energy balance by shifting the fuel source from carbs to fats. So you're using fats for energy. This is the process called ketosis, which I was saying about the ketones and stuff. But the fasting window needs to be long enough in order for this to take place. When people say, oh, it ramps up your metabolism and things like that, it actually doesn't really hold up scientifically. The fasting window needs to be a lot longer than 20 hours or 16 hours for this like to happen. So that's why people get a little bit confused. If people are interested in doing intermittent fasting, I would always say to them, why would you want to do it? Because if it is genuinely just a way of losing weight, there are other ways and probably more effective to lose weight. But it also depends what your schedule is like. Now, some people like intermittent fasting because it genuinely fits their schedule, and that's fine. So for me, I wake up at 3:30, get to work at 4 o'clock. I don't eat until 7 o'clock. So I effectively have fasted for like 12 hours, which, okay, it's not 16 hours, but my last meal is 5 p.m. So I actually do go 12, 13, 4. I go about 14, 15 hours. But that's not because I actively choose to do intermittent fasting. That's just because that's my schedule. And I can't eat, obviously, between 5 p.m. and when I wake up. But I'm not hungry when I wake up, so I don't eat breakfast at 4 a.m., if that makes sense. So effectively, I do intermittent fasting, but I'm not doing it to lose weight. Yes, I am currently on a cut, but again, that's not my goal. It's not my process in losing weight and cutting up. It's good for people who have a busy morning schedule. It's not so good though if people have tendency to like eating disorders. So think people binging especially. So I used to have, never got diagnosed, but I know I had a binge eating disorder. I never made myself sick, but I just kept binging and just feeling really guilty about it. So I had a really, really bad relationship with food. If I was to actively and consciously do intermittent fasting and I had a window of say 8 hours to eat, I would probably binge. I know that I would binge. So it's not good if people are potentially have an eating disorder. And then also, if you eat as much as you want within 8 hours, because some people can eat quite a lot. I know I was saying earlier that you can only eat so much and your body can only handle so much food in that window. If people do tend to go over their calorie maintenance limit, then they will put on weight. So that's literally all there is to it. So that's what I'm gonna end this video on. If you have any questions about anything that I've said, please let me know. Drop a comment or follow my Instagram as well. And I will see you all in the next video. So take care and see you soon.